People come here with all sorts of gifts. Some people are logically gifted, where they're good at other things like technical programs. There are a lot of psychics that are naturally good at being able to read, to being able to help others. There's so many other gifts that I can think of that people come on this planet to do their purpose, as you already know. Um, and no matter what that purpose is for you, some people are really good with computers, some people are good at acting, but there's another gifts that I'm not sure if we get enough credit for or not, but it is being a highly sensitive person. And being a highly sensitive person to me is the conscientiousness that a person has, which is natural, which is gifted by God and the universe that you have, and the ability to be intuitive with understanding someone, with being able to sense that is not through our physical sense. For other people, such as myself, and if you're watching this, if you're a sensitive person, I'm sure you're going to resonate with this. It, to be very frank and honest, it can be a gift and a curse. Most likely, it is a gift. Hey, beautiful souls, welcome to another episode of The Genuine Room. My name is Roxanne, and I'm so glad you've tuned in to be enlightened with another inspiring topic that will help you understand who sensitive people are and what role they play on this planet. And also, if you are a highly sensitive person, then you've come to the right place to probably discover your gift and I don't know, not worship it, but love it and make something out of it. So without any further ado, let's go ahead into today's topic. So, as my intro already discussed, today I want to talk about being a highly sensitive person. Many times it can seem like a curse where you feel overwhelmed, where you feel drained, where you feel like you don't fit in, where you feel like you're going crazy and cuckoo because you're seeing and understanding and feeling and sensing things that people around you display, and it's not something that you choose to want to observe or notice or experience. It's just something that comes with your life. However, once you discover enough, when you mature up in your life, you discover enough of these patterns that kind of display out your sensitivity, your conscientiousness, your ability to have an psychic part of you that can sense, or the BS detector that one highly sensitive person can hone, and you can tend to observe and pick up on manipulators and gaslighting moments and all these things that can be so drastically effective in one person's life. This is truly a gift. If you know how to use it in the right direction, you're going to have a smooth, easygoing life, but at the same time, it will wear you out. You will get drained, but you will be able to hone and master that gift that you have and use it in the right direction. Once you observe these few steps that I'm going to be talking about, that will help you enough to kind of hone your gift, and then you're going to be able to ride out in the direction that you need to live your best life, because this gift is truly a virtue, truly a blessing. I don't like to call it a curse. I only call it a curse because sometimes it can be too much. Sometimes it can set you apart. Sometimes it can be so confusing. It could leave you so draining. And just like there are evil forces out on the planet try to influence you to think that this gift is a burden rather than one of those most beautiful things that this planet really needs, because that's why a lot of people are so um, insensitive to others, and they're so selfish. They don't know how to feel for another person, to be there for another person, to hear a person out, to advise. These are all those beautiful um beautiful gifts that come with all those beautiful special additions that come with your gift as being a highly sensitive person, along with the very normal um, basic qualities that is being able to be sensitive, being able to be conscientious, being able to put yourself aside and being available for someone else when someone is truly needing your gift at that very special moment. And once you um, start being available for such moments over the time, you're going to see how much you've already um, given into this gift, and then you will reap those rewards that you truly deserve. So today I just want to point out 6 ways you can know how you can hone the gift that you have, 6 ways you can try to work on controlling those aspects that make you feel drained and vulnerable, because this is a gift that is going to make you feel vulnerable just like any other gift, right? You have to have a balance with learning how to use it in the right place at the right time. So number one I have is that worked for me a lot is accepting that you're a highly sensitive person. And with this one is it took me a long time to realize that what exactly was happening. You're going to attract a lot of great moments in your life that get to help you showcase your talent, this natural gift that you have. And at the same time, you're also going to attract a lot of BS, especially when you're young because you don't know. You're going to attract a lot of people that possibly take advantage of it because at that time you know no better. But the good part here is that because you attracted those moments that were possibly very damaging for you, you are now matured enough to realize which places are good for you or which people are good for you that don't drain you, rather that lift you up. Or you possibly don't even need people because you have very big responsibilities on this planet that you need to use this special gift at, right? And I don't mean like you don't need people. You definitely need people, but you don't need the other people who try to be energy vampires for your sensitivity. And it's not like you can avoid them, but what you can do is control it so that they don't overdo it or just suck the life out of you, right? And it can be so confusing when they do that because it could leave you feeling all messed up. Like, I know sometimes I'm just like so sucked out dry by because of the energy that one puts onto you. It can make you feel very, very horrible. Okay, so first and foremost is if you want to start up with honing this gift, start up with connecting with it, using your higher space and higher self to really utilize this gift and make something out of it, then accepting it is the first place, because that's what I had to do after a lot of years, is to accept this gift that I have, that knowing that this is a beautiful gift that Mother Earth has given to me, God has given me. I can make something out of it, and I can use it in the right direction. So accepting it is the first place that where you have to start. Number two is that if taking time to heal. So if you've been through a lot of trauma because of this gift that you weren't, and I don't need to blame other people for it. Of course, other people played a huge big part by abusing your gift, and of course nobody has answers. You have to figure things out as you go and connect with other people who can possibly shed light on this gift that you have, or other people that have this kind of gift as well, that don't make you feel like what the hell is going on. So when you go through so much, especially when you were so confused for so many years, I know for me it was like about 20 years that I was not aware that this was a side of me, this was a gift of me. Why was I attracting this situation or that situation, or all the things that you leave you feeling uncertain. It is taking the time to heal and love the gift that you have. Once you heal from all the trauma, from all the things that left you feeling like you're nobody when you're actually that perfect somebody that is added to the planet. This can really help you drastically, and it can improve your aura. It can improve your energy. It can actually leave you feeling um more inflated than deflated, okay, or depleted. And so, really taking the time to step into your power and examining and evaluating what kind of highly sensitive person are you? Are you like more of a physical feeling type of highly sensitive person? Are you able to hear more or listen to other people? Are you able to just listen and offer advice? What is your special criteria that makes you this highly sensitive person? Are you highly sensitive towards animals, towards beings, or you love to help people psycho analyze their situations and give them a piece of your very beautiful advice, okay? So that is one, and just healing from any trauma that people have abused you from, and or that you've given that side of you freely and kind of abused your own self with this gift, okay? So taking time to heal is the second step. Once you've accepted it, automatically the second step is that you need to heal so you can start accepting and controlling your power and know that this exists within you so you can act appropriately and accordingly when you're operating on the planet in your life journey, okay? So number 3 I have is, once you discover that you have this gift, once you accept it, once you have done the healing work, right? And also, healing work is, you can do so many. You can meditate, you can use mantras like the Honopono mantra prayer, which is I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, which I use that a lot, or just connecting with your souls. The next step is to then put yourself out there, then to kind of like test your ability of being a highly sensitive person, right? Once you already accept it, that means you already know it exists within you. So now you're going to put yourself in situations. You're going to put yourself in situations. You're going to not be afraid of this power. Rather, step into it and put yourself in situations where you can test it out. But here's the key: taking enough time to energize and recharge once you do put yourself in situations, because I guarantee you it's not going to be a very smooth ride. It is going to be a ride where you're going to be feeling like you don't be heard and your energy is not appreciated, and it's just not a fun one. And I think a lot of times it does upset me when people, like, you feel like they don't even know how much energy you put into helping somebody out with something or hearing somebody, and you offer your best soul to them, your truest soul advice to them, and it's like you feel a response like they don't even appreciate it. Like, do you know what's happening here? So when you feel that, guys, it's really taking time to recharge, stepping in. I don't really want to bring Jesus in this because Jesus is a whole other aspect, but honestly, you guys, I don't know if you'll know the story, but when Jesus died on the cross and he gave his sins, he died for our sins. It's like he died, and when he died, he asked the heavenly Father for forgiveness, and he said, um forgive them, Father, for they do not know what they're doing, right? So it's like, I don't mean to say that we're Jesus Christ at that point, but honestly, it's like you have to forgive them, or the people who don't really understand how much you're actually the true soul peace that you give to them when you're offering that sensitive side to them. It's like you're putting yourself in a vulnerable position and people don't appreciate it. So it's really forgiving them because they do not even understand. They're so mindless towards the situation. So taking time, creating that space, that sacred space for yourself, and really just understanding that this is going to be the journey for many other occasions where you feel like this, but coming back to your power and knowing that you need to recharge and kind of eliminate, and then next time kind of recognize if it's very important for you to give that advice or not, or put yourself in situations that aren't very so important for you to utilize that gift, okay? Number four I have here is keep away from situations that won't benefit you, or leave you draining. Guys, this is the part where you will have to take control of your power, take control of this gift that you have. With every gift comes a responsibility, and that responsibility means doing all the first steps that I told you, which is accepting, right, that you have this gift and taking time to heal because you didn't know about this gift and all the things that happen, taking time to recharge. At the same time, your responsibility that comes with it is to know when to which situations will uplift you. Okay, like when you know someone really needs your help, and you could offer this not only an advice or kind of like soak up what they're feeling, but literally your presence is all that sometimes people need, because you come with this special aura that your presence already uplifts other people because you hold that energy of compassion, of love, of wanting to give this gift to others. So making sure that you can kind of sit back and do your research and also evaluate the situations that will leave you uplifted instead of depleted. Okay, and one of the things that really went a long way with me is to then choose jobs or my life passion and purpose that 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 kind of increases that energy, and that is your responsibility to do, to put yourself in positions and places that will showcase the talents that you have, this natural ability, instead of putting yourself in a position where you're just kind of getting mistreated. And yes, you can blame the other side, the other party for this, but you're literally putting yourself in that position. So you can't really point fingers at the other party, because that's really going to be their job to take advantage of it and um, vampire suck you dry out of your energy, right? But you have to know when to use your energy. So, moving on to number five, I want to talk about how keeping away from manipulators and gaslighters and people who don't appreciate your gift. Now, this one is really, it's sour. It's not very pleasant, guys. And but there's one thing I do want to mention here. There's a misconception where I had to recently realize is that there's no way you can avoid everyone on this planet. That is why you have to hone and master your gift. You can't just avoid them. There are going to be people who are going to be out there to take advantage of it, of course. There are other people who abuse it. There are other gaslighters and manipulators who can sense that kindness in you and are going to use it to their best advantage. You know, here is where you have to do the work and realize what are the people that do this. And with this gift also comes extra detecting powers, where you are able to scan the people that are taking advantage of you. Sorry, abusing your energy and your gift, and knowing that they don't really need it. They're just playing this act out where they're trying to consume, trying to take this power away from you, and they don't really even need the help, because we come here with trying to really help people. But when other people, such as thieves, like energy thieves, that come and try to just take full advantage of it, you are putting yourself in being vulnerable. But what I wanted to say is that you can't really avoid everyone. What you can do is not go around having a guard up, but honing it to honing it so much to a point where you're able to protect your energy and peace. And if people are walking around to take and abuse that energy of you, then best believe that's going to be their karma. That's going to be where their life is going to end up. It's going to be a taker. It's going to be sort of like going through life always trying to suck life out of everybody else. And that is not something that you have to worry about. When you recognize a situation like that where you are not well needed, but rather something that you can scan and avoid and move on, then that is something you definitely want to keep getting better at it. And when once I figured that that's what's happening with me, I started realizing that okay, now I just gotta keep moving. And they're going to it's going to be sort of, since we're very sensitive, highly sensitive, we're able to highly feel everything. And and it's obviously within that moment you're going to feel, because you are still human, you still it's going to have a very surreal experience. But within time, you keep practicing on how you can just avoid, how you can keep conditioning your brain. There's a lot of videos and motivational speeches and binaural beats that can help you expand that power of yours, that you need to take out time to use that as a tool every time you kind of come across a situation like that. Okay. And number six that I want to talk about today is knowing how to use your gift. And there is a time and place for everything, guys, everything. And so we're going to use the same time and place phrase for this situation as well. That means that just the way I mentioned all the other points, and this kind of double dips on number five as well, that knowing when exactly to use your gift. Now, because you have this highly sensitive nature, like I said, there's going to be moments that are going to kind of play out in your life where you feel, or your brain does this trick, that you need to be open to offering your help, especially when the help is not well needed, right? Or you don't need to use your gift. And that is when you need to keep going through life, keep experience, keep learning, to know which situations are very important. Like if you have a job that that consists of highly sensitive qualities that one needs at that job, or you have a very close friend, or you have family members that situation is a life and death situation, sure, you want to go ahead and use your special abilities at that time. But if it's not, if it's something like an everyday based stuff, or if it's something that a person continuously nags and complains and then keeps throwing all that stuff on you, and you feel stuck and you feel like you need to be there for that person, slowly and eventually you need to realize when exactly you want to utilize this gift. It is your responsibility to know how to use your gift, when to use it, and how to scan through BS whenever it comes across you or comes across your path. So that was it, guys. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you haven't did already, so you can get notified every time I post something new. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope this was beneficial, so you were able to understand what highly sensitive people go through, and if you are one, then you would be able to identify these situations and use it to your benefit. Until then, my friends, I'm wishing you all the very best. Take care and God bless.